Hello my dear students, welcome back to the Python programming, and today we are going to cover these topics, that is Python operators, precedence, operators in string, and then comments and input function. Okay, we will first study this topic and then we will go to the practical session. Okay, so let's start it. So what is operator? Operator is a symbol that acts upon the operands. Okay, so it is a symbol. For example, a plus b. So a is a operand, b is a operand, and plus is a operator or a symbol that act upon a and b. Okay, so it triggers some actions. So if a comma b is written, so no action is there, right? So if we are using operator between two operand, it would trigger some action. Okay, it means that when operator works on the operand, some action is performed. So what will be the action? It is adding the value of a variable to the value of b variable. Okay, so I hope you are clear. Now next is arithmetic operators, right? So arithmetic operator, we understand that perform the mathematical operation. Arithmetic operators are further divided into two categories. Okay, first is unary operator and second is binary operator. Okay, so first unary operator, it works on a single operand. Okay, for example, we have a is equal to minus 9. So here we are having a negative value given to the variable a. So here we are having a single operand. It can be a positive unary or negative unary operator, right? So the second is binary operator. It works on the two operand, like we just saw a plus b. So we need one operand and a second operand at least, and then operator is used in between. So binary operator are the operator which use at least two operands. Okay, so it is further classified into these 7 categories. First is addition. When you are using this addition symbol, it will return the sum of the variable. When you are using subtraction, okay, for example a minus b, so it will return you, it is used to subtract the value of b from the a. Okay, the multiplication is used to find the product of the data. Division is return the decimal or the float value. We will divide and we will get the answer in the float data type, right? Then float division always return an integer. For example, you divide 5 by 2, so answer would be 2.5, but it will return only the integer part, so it will return only 2, right? Then is modulus. So modulus is used to obtain the remainder, right? Exponential is used to calculate the powers, right? So we will see practically in some time. Next is operators in string. So what is the meaning of operators in string? Out of these 7 operators, only addition and multiplication, plus and multiplication, these two operators can work with the strings, right? So when we are using this plus operator, it is used for concatenation, means to join the two strings. Okay, and it is also called concatenation and joining of the two or more strings. For example, you see we have first variable, its name is first and it is having value good. Second variable is second and it is having value morning. So we want to print first value of first variable plus value of second variable. So the value of first variable is good plus second variable's value is morning. So the answer is good morning. So it is used, the plus symbol is used for obtaining the concatenation, means joining of the two strings, right? The next is we use multiply operator for obtaining the multiplication of some string. So for example, we want to print Python 5 times. So we would write, this is a string, so we have to write it in double quotes. So Python string into 5 times. So the output is Python written continuously 5 times. Okay, so these are the two arithmetic operator that works with strings also, right? So next is operators precedence. Precedence means the order in which they are operated. Okay, so when we come across mathematical expressions, so we have all these symbols all together, okay, and they are written in some or other order. So how we calculate, how we start calculation? So this is the first symbol or operator that we have to solve the first. For example, this parenthesis, then we solve the exponential part, then we solve the unary plus and unary minus, and these 4 operators are of same level. So what are the operators? Multiplication, division, float division and modulus. They are of same level, that is fourth level. And then addition and subtraction at the last. So this is the order in which these operators will be solved when they are in a expression, right? So the precedence of an operator means the order in which the operator will be evaluated in an expression, right? So if you are not solving this in order, then what will happen? Your answer will never be true, right? So some of the points regarding the precedence: higher precedence operator are operated before the lower. So the highest was parenthesis, then exponential, then unary plus and minus, then these multiplication, division, float division and modulus, and then addition and subtraction. So higher will be solved first, then the lower, right? Then if the operator of the same precedence level are used in an expression, then whichever comes first will be evaluated first. So these are the four operators that are of same level, right? So whichever will come first, they will be solved according respectively. Then parenthesis can be, parenthesis means the brackets, parenthesis can be used to override the order of the precedence and force some part of expression to be evaluated before. So the highest priority is given to the parenthesis if we want some part of the expression to be solved before others. So we can override the order by putting that values in parenthesis, right? And we have to always follow this rule, that is Bodmas bracket of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction rule, right? This was about the precedence of the operator. Let's see it practically now. For example, a is equal to 100. Okay, now we will print it. Okay, now let's assign a another value, that is a negative value, and now let's print it. So the value of a is minus 100 now, right? So the current value is minus 100. Now let's see how our operator works. So let's assign a another value, a is equal to 100, and let's assign b is equal to, let's say, 20. Okay, now we want to print with different operators. Let's see, a plus b. So what should be the answer? Right, now let's copy it and we can keep pasting it quickly. Copy, and we will just change the operator. Control V. Now we will subtract it. Okay, now Control V and we will multiply it. Okay, so now we can divide it. Right, now we will do the float division by putting this symbol. Okay, so what is the difference between these two? It returns the answer in float, that is with decimal, and it returns the only integer part. Right, now let's do a modulus. Okay, exponential. Right, so let's see, Control V, it would give a big answer for exponential for the product. This is the 100 raised to power 20. A raised to power b means 100 raised to power 20. So this is the answer. So now let's see how our plus and multiply operator works with strings. So I would like to give here a string. Let's give a is equal to double quotes welcome, and b is equal to back. Right, now we will perform concatenation with plus sign. Right, so here a is capital, so I need to give capital A plus b. So let's see, welcome back. Right, and we want to multiply. Right, so Control V. For example, we'll use welcome back, but how we have to use? We need to use double quotes into 5. Right, so this string will print 5 times. So this is how operators work. So the next topic is comments. So comments are the statements in a script that are ignored by the Python interpreter. Means these are the lines that we write to explain the code that we write. It doesn't give any output, and they are not necessary for writing, they are not necessary for a script, they are just optional, but recommended if the script is too long or too complex. Okay, so comments are of two types, a single line and a multi-line. So comment doesn't give any output, they are just a part of explanation. And the single line comment, this always start with hash and like this, right? You just see example, this is a single line comment, this is how we write a single line comment, and in the second line also we have written. So a variable a is explained with the help of this comment, a single line comment. Okay, so let's see the multiple line. So multi-line comment always starts and end with triple apostrophes or triple quotes, right? So this is how we have to write multi-line comments. So this is how we write multi-line comments. So the next topic is input function. Input function is used to accept the value for a variable from the user. So you have seen that we sometimes give a value to variable before starting the program, like a is equal to 100 we give. So we can give these values according to the user's need if we use the input function, right? So when the program will execute, now the value to the variable a will be assigned when the program will execute. Enter your name, right? So this output will come on the screen and the value will be given by the user while running the program, right? So this is the function of the input function, right? So let's see practically first. So let's first see how the comment work. So for example, we want to write comment hash, this is a single line comment, full stop, enter, a is equal to 100, b is equal to 400, and now we want to print a comma b comma a plus b, right? So this is the output. Now you see we wrote some instruction, but this did not give any output. So this is a stable statement that we write in a program. Multi-line comments are recommended when our code is too long, and our too long code or the complex code are only possible in the script mode. So we will go to the script mode, right? So let's write, this is a multi-line comment written with in script mode. Okay, now let's write the code. A is equal to 100, b is equal to 200, and now product is equal to a into b, print product. The code is written, the multi-line comment is given. We need to save it. We will save it with the name product, save. Now we need to run it. So this is how our output is there, and comment has nothing to do with the output. Okay, I hope the comments are clear to you. Now let's see how our input function works. Let's write a is equal to input bracket. Input is a function, so it will always have a bracket, double quotes, enter the value of a, then we will write 5. Now we will write b is equal to input enter the value of b. Now we will write 50. Now product is equal to a into b. So did you notice the error here? Now let's see what is the solution for this error. Notice that the error got raised when we try to multiply the strings, right? So does it mean that we cannot work with the user's input in any other form? Well, Python provides the solution for it. So let's see. We can use input int. So we need to define the type of variable it is going to have. So the solution here is, you just focus here. We will be writing again and you just focus what we are going to do. We need to mention here the entire answer is in put the input function. So enter the value of a. Now we need to close it and second close. Now enter the value of a. We will enter the same value 5. Enter b is equal to int bracket input bracket, enter the value of b. Now we will close it and close it. Now we will give the same value 50. Now product is equal to a into b. Okay, so the product will be a into b. So now let's print it. So what we want to print? We want to print product. So this is the answer. So we can use int or float along with the input function to convert the string into integer or float as required by the program. Okay, so it was not defined that what kind of string product is containing. So we have defined that a is of int type, b is of int type, and the product the value, the answer that product will be having is in integer, right? So this was the topic that we have covered today. We have learned the operators, we learned about the comments, we learned about the input function. Students, I hope you are clear with this. Now do it practically, keep learning, keep practicing, and see you in the next video. God bless you all.